Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Coffee Break. It's Steve Barrett here. I'm the editorial director of PR Week, and I'm delighted to be here with Nikita Petrusev, who's the chief creative officer at Action Marketing Agency based in Moscow. And we're talking to Nikita today to find out a bit more about their campaign that won at the recent Cannes Lions Festival. So, Nikita, welcome to Coffee Break. It's really great to have you on the show.
Thank you, Steve, and hello, everyone. I'm glad to be here, and I'm ready to talk about the case.
Yeah, so we'll find out a bit more about Action later. But first of all, let's talk about this case study. It won a gold and a bronze in the PR Lions category at Cannes. And it's called N23, which stands for Nikolskaya 23. And it's a really fascinating piece of work. So why don't you talk us through it about what the campaign was about, what it aimed to achieve, and why it was so important?
Yeah, the current situation in Russia in terms of politics, it's quite difficult. I mean, we have some problems with democracy, and in this time, I think that the discussion about our past, what was wrong and what was right, what could be an example, or what could be probably the shame, and what we should not repeat. This is a very important question, because if we won't solve this problem, if we won't find the answers to these questions, the current society, young people, they won't have, the direction, the right path to a better future. So in this case, Stalin as a person, as a figure, or as a symbol is very important, because as you may know, today in Russia, most of the people think that Stalin was a rather good leader than not. And this is the consequence of that in school today. In school program, there is a big focus, it's better to say, a big focus to Stalin's figure as a hero of Russia. So he raised an economy, but it doesn't, they do not say what was the cost. They told us
many millions of people died under Stalin's regime.
Really millions was killed in Gulag and etc. During his reign, but 20 millions of people were in the Gulag. So I mean, really, a lot of people paid their health, their lives, their time. So the state was mighty, really. We could pay, but people, the nation was still poor.
Suffering,
but, yeah. Anyway, we are not talking about history right now.
But tell us about Nikolskaya, because that's a building in the center of Moscow, which was infamous because it was used as a place for executing people. And,
I just want to describe the whole
context.
The context, but the building at Nikolskaya 23, and Nikolskaya 23 is a very well-known street, even abroad, because during the World Cup in 2018, it was the main street where fans from all over the world gather around, and it was the celebration street.
Yeah, I remember. I was there, so yeah, I remember.
Yeah, so it's one of the main streets in Moscow. The atmosphere is very bright and shiny, but in the center of Moscow, in the center of this street, there is a house, and during Stalin's reign was the main court, which was responsible to the main. It was the center of repressions. It was the ideological and mechanical heart of the repressions. But moreover, even inside this building was more than 30,000 people were killed. And their bodies were delivered to Moscow suburbs, to the Kommunarka execution yard. So, and in this case, I just have already described the context. But on the other hand, we have a bright symbol of these, of this blameless reality, I must say. And there is a building, such probably, I can say that this is the bloodiest building in the whole Europe right now. But there is no even a sign that something wrong had happened there.
And no tribute to the people who were killed.
Absolutely, absolutely. But there was a plan to open a perfume boutique here instead of everything with memorial context. No, only a perfume boutique. So, considering the context that this topic is very important, we took this bright symbol of the problem, and we decided to change the game to show society, because probably not many people even know about the house, the future of the house, and etc. So we decided to make a symbol of this madness, to pay attention of the Russian society, of the worldwide society, and to influence somehow on this particular problem, and maybe wider to a whole discussion of Stalin's period.
Tell us what you did, because obviously you wanted to raise attention of this, yeah, and get people to protest it and get this stopped, and maybe make it, yeah, a memorial rather than a perfumery. So what was the big idea that you came up with, and how did you execute that idea?
Yeah, so I'm not sure that I will say correctly it in English, but it was some kind of actionism. So it's like an art performance when we created a symbol, a small symbol, physical symbol, which reflects the situation. So we created a perfume because, as you remember, there was a plan to open, yeah, a perfume boutique, but inside the perfume was the sense of death, because there was a smell of gunpowder, yeah, inside. Moreover, it was a luxurious packaging. The naming, as you mentioned from the very beginning, N23, it's Nikolskaya number 23, it's number 23, and etc. We all remember Chanel number 5, so it's some kind of these associations.
It's a play on words, you know.
Yeah. So luxury packaging, N23. You open the box and you think that this good experience will continue. You are expecting some, silk bed or something like that, but instead of this, you will find a bed of soil, and this soil was taken from the Kommunarka execution yard. And on the bed of soil, there was a veil made from real vintage Soviet shell case. And inside of this shell, there was a perfume with the smell of gunpowder. It took us only 1 week from creating the idea to the final point, only 1 week. And it was a good luck for us, because we find a perfumer, the first perfumer to whom we called. She has a personal attention to the problem, because her grandfathers, 2 grandfathers, they were executed in 1937. Not in this house, but anyway, her family suffered from the...
She felt a personal connection, yeah.
Yes. And it's also it made the project deeper, Also, there was a good luck, because the shell case of the vintage Soviet bullet, it's a feeling that it was created for a small perfume tester, because yeah, otherwise in 1 week we won't find such a good and brilliant package. But it was a good luck for us. So, and what was the last?
So then you created the package, and who did you send it to, and yeah, what? Yeah,
we've sent it to top media, Russian and international, because we want to raise a wave of protest. We want to pay attention, and it was good for us. I mean, we've done a good job, because the journalists, they paid attention to this project, and we have more than 200. I even don't know the correct number. More than 200, it's for sure. Publications. We were on air on BBC worldwide, Times, Le Monde, LPI, and etc. From the United States to the Japan, Australia, everywhere. So and also inside the country, of course.
Yeah.
So
And what happened then? What was the result of all the awareness and the publicity? Did the plans change with for it becoming a perfumery?
yes, because due to our project, the whole world, the Russian society, the whole world, they understand, they learn about this fact, and of course the reaction was very strong abroad and in Russia, because there are a lot of good people in our country. There are a lot of good people in business, and there are still some good people in government who still they understand that this past was really awful.
Yeah.
So, and this project gave them a flag, a symbol to try to push to the owner, to the rest of the government, and finally the owner has cancelled his plans to open the perfume boutique. And moreover, it is announced that part of this building, they will give it to a memorial museum to these,
For the people
about this
to
house.
find.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
it's about the story of this house. And there won't be any perfume boutique. So this, I think, is a very good and positive result.
Yeah,
And I'm
fantastic.
really happy. I'm really proud of my team, of this work, of this case, that we had a chance in these very difficult circumstances to make a bright step to a better future.
And really made a difference and made something change
Yeah.
through a piece of earned media, which is fantastic. Great stuff. Did you face any pushback from the authorities, or were there any difficulties in putting this out there? Because as you say, it's a difficult situation in Russia at the moment with censorship and things like that going on in the media. Was there any pushback, or was it because it was so widely written about that there was nothing that they could do about it?
If we would have more time than 15 minutes, I would tell you a long story about this project, because probably the short answer is this particular project with N23. We did not have any problems with the authorities because it was too quick. One
Very
week
nimble.
and everything happened. But this project was created because before this we planned to do a very big project with the Museum of Gulag, and we tried to create it for half of a year, and finally when it was 1 week before the start, the authorities came to us and canceled very rough, very tough, and
And
that's
you
why.
think that was because of that work that you
Yes,
did?
because
Yeah,
of the theme. Yes, because
got
of
it.
the topic. Because of the
So
topic.
you've
But we did not fail. We did not, we still decided to do something on this topic, and
stood by.
that's why we had only 1 week. And in 1 week we created it, and that was a success.
No, great work, Nikita. Well done, and glad that you won at Cannes and got some real awareness about it. Just finally, just tell us a little bit about Action as the agency and the type of work you do, and the market in Russia generally. Just to finish the interview.
Yeah, sure. So Action is a big communication group. We make 360 campaigns, including TV, commercial, digital, experiential marketing, events, and etc. PR, everything. So it's a really big company. And we also work abroad. So if someone would like to work with us, it's our pleasure, because we have a lot of partners worldwide. So, and now we are in the list of the best world agencies, because now we are in Cannes Club.
Yeah. Yeah, well, hopefully next year you'll be able to come to Cannes and maybe we'll be able to meet up in person. But it's been fantastic chatting to you, finding out about a brilliant piece of work, earned media and PR. And congratulations on winning the prizes at Cannes, and best of luck for the future.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you very much. I will be glad to see you personally.